Hey everyone, welcome back to Love Hackers, your daily dose of dating advice. I'm Alex Carter. And with me, as always, is the amazing Sophie Tanaka. We're ready to dive deep into a question that's probably crossed all your minds once or twice. Where should you take a woman on a date to really make an impression?
It's the classic question. We want a place that's fun and exciting, maybe even romantic, but also somewhere you two can connect and get to know each other.
You don't want to pick a spot that's too loud where you can't even hear each other, or somewhere so stuffy it feels like a job interview. So let's skip the same old dinner and a movie. Let's get creative.
For sure. Think about when you first started liking someone. It wasn't about anything fancy or expensive. It was about laughing together or just feeling close and a real connection. And that's what we want to recreate on a date.
Okay, I like where you're going with this. So no more candlelit dinners.
Not necessarily, but maybe save those for later dates when you know each other better. Early on, it's all about feeling comfortable and connected. And that usually happens when you're doing something together.
Activities. You mean like bowling instead of staring at each other over pasta?
Exactly. When you're doing something active, you're more relaxed, you're having fun,
Yeah.
and there's space to be playful and tease each other.
Get those endorphins going. So what else besides bowling?
Dancing is always good. There's something romantic about moving to music together, plus you can be close to each other right away.
Hold on, what if I'm a terrible dancer? Like all I know is how to do the refrigerator and the sprinkler. I don't want to scare her away.
That's the best part. If you're a little awkward, it can actually help. It makes things lighter, you can laugh together, it shows you don't take yourself too seriously.
So I should be like Elaine from Seinfeld.
Exactly. Now, when it comes to dancing, think about the mood you want. If you both like Latin music, then maybe a salsa club. If you want something more chill, then maybe swing dancing.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. It's not just about doing something. It's about picking an activity that sets the right tone and works for both of you.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important thing. You have to pick something she's interested in. You got to think about her hobbies, her passions, even things she's mentioned wanting to try. Choosing a date that matches her interests shows that you're paying attention and that you really want to get to know her.
It's like saying, hey, I see you, I hear you, and I want to do something you actually like.
Exactly. So let's say she loves art. Instead of just going to a museum, maybe try a paint and sip night. You can both be like Picasso, even if you're just painting stick figures. Or if she loves food, maybe try a food festival. Or a cooking class together.
Okay, I love those ideas. It's about having an experience together, not just watching something.
Yeah.
But what about women who are more adventurous? We talked about dancing, but what if you want something more exciting?
You're talking about our adrenaline junkies. Well, there's a whole world of dates for them. You just got to use that sense of adventure and excitement.
So theme parks, zip lining, maybe even skydiving. Can I write my will before the date?
Maybe not the will just yet, but you're on the right track. Think about activities that get your heart pumping and where you both feel a little risk.
Risk. Is that like some psychology trick to make her fall for me?
Well, there's actually science behind it. When you do something thrilling together, your brain releases all these chemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine. These chemicals make you feel good, make you feel more alive, and they can even make you more attracted to each other.
So it's like a love potion. I take her on a roller coaster, she's mine.
It's more like adding a spark. You want to choose something you'll both enjoy and feel comfortable doing.
Okay, I'm all for a thrill, but maybe we'll start with a ropes course and work our way up to skydiving.
Baby steps. Now, on the other hand, let's say you need something more low-key. Maybe because of money or logistics or whatever.
Like a coffee date or I'll walk in the park. Those can be tricky. How do you make those stand out? How do you avoid awkward silences?
It's all about being intentional and focusing on connecting. So for example, with a coffee date, instead of meeting at some boring chain coffee shop, why not find a cozy independent cafe with a cool atmosphere?
Okay, atmosphere is key. What makes a cafe special?
Think about the mood you want. Maybe it's a bookstore cafe with comfy chairs and that old book smell, or a place with a patio and a view. The space can help you have a better conversation.
I like that. It's like you're creating your own little world.
Exactly. And even with a walk in the park, you can make it special if you're thoughtful.
Okay, tell me, how do we make a walk in the park a good date? Okay, tell me, how do we make a walk in the park a good date?
Well, instead of just walking around without a plan, maybe pick a park that has a special spot, like a gazebo or a place with a nice view. Or you could even do like a scavenger hunt with clues hidden around the park.
Ooh, a scavenger hunt. That's fun. A little competition always keeps things interesting.
Exactly. And don't forget about the little things, like bringing a blanket to sit on or pack a picnic basket with some of her favorite snacks.
Little things can make a big difference. It shows you're trying to make things special.
Now, no matter what kind of date you go on, the most important thing is to really connect. So put your phone away, be present, and listen to what she has to say.
Active listening. That's something we talk about a lot on Love Hackers. But it can be hard, especially if you're nervous. Any tips for being a better listener on a date?
One easy thing is to ask questions that make her think. Questions that go deeper than just surface level. So instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" ask her, "What's the most rewarding part of your job?" Or, "What are you passionate about outside of work?"
Those are good examples.
Mm.
You're encouraging her to share more about herself, which leads to a better conversation.
And don't forget to share about yourself too. When you're open and honest, it builds trust.
Right. It goes both ways. You're both getting to know each other, sharing experiences, hopefully finding things you have in common.
Exactly. So whether you're climbing a mountain or just having coffee, the important thing is to be thoughtful, put in the effort, and most importantly, be yourself and let your personality show.
Great advice. I feel like I learned a lot today. Hopefully our listeners did too.
I agree. It was fun talking about date ideas with you and our listeners.
Now, before we go, I want to leave you with a challenge. Think about your ideal date. What would make you feel excited and connected? Then go out and make it happen.
And tell us about your dream date in the comments. We love hearing from you.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into dating, hit that subscribe button for more Love Hackers.
I'm Sophie Tanaka.
And I'm Alex Carter.
We're here to help you with all things romance.
Until next time, happy dating, everyone.